Hey nail babes, welcome back to the channel, or welcome for those who are new. My name is Taylor for those who don't know, and today we're going to be drawing some eyeballs on our nails. A little backstory on how I decided on this set. It just came to me like eyeballs was one of my most favorite things that I used to draw when I was in elementary, middle school. I had this really cool art teacher named Miss Katie Lambert, and she is the reason like I really started getting into art. I was a more troubled child, if you know, you know, but I was a troubled child, and everybody in my school could tell you that Miss Lambert was a mentor to me. And she discovered that, you know, I was pretty good at portraits. I really like to draw faces and people and stuff like that, but eyes was my favorite thing. I don't know what attracted me to like just made me so interested in drawing eyes, but I would draw eyeballs all over my sketchbooks. So I was like, why not draw some eyeballs today on my nails? Please excuse me, I am having some, not too bad, but allergies, okay? So one of my nostrils is like really stuffed up. So just ignore it. Like if you could tell something wrong with my nose, that's what's going on with me right now. But I refuse to take any more Benadryl. Of course, we're going to get into some stories, but first I'm going to talk a little bit about these nails. For starters, these nails were fairly easy to do. Like I guess for like the average person, like as long as you already know how to do your basic acrylic application, these nails were super easy. But the only thing that would have been a little bit more difficult was just the eyeballs, of course. That took the longest of this whole set. Everything else was pretty fast. So when I get to the eyeballs, I'm going to try to break it down. I try to make sure it was pretty easy, like up close for you to see. And I'll just kind of walk through the steps when we get there. But for now, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do yet. But I'm going to go find something to talk about, and we're going to talk about it. Also, some parts of this video are sped up, like the acrylic application for some of these nails, pretty much most of these nails, because they were really basic. I did full cover colors on each nail. As far as the application of acrylic goes, they were solid colors, so it's pretty easy. I have plenty of videos on my channel if you want to check them out on how I do acrylic application, but you just go ahead and watch because it's gonna be a little sped up. Like right here, I'm just filling in those gaps from where I added on tips, just so that my acrylic lays smoothly. So that's all I was doing. Oh girl, I found a juicy story. Okay, we're gonna do Am I the A-hole? So to replace a-hole, I'm going to say jerk. And to replace the S word, we're going to say SX. And to replace, girl, whatever, you going to get it when I read it. Am I the jerk for getting upset at my boyfriend for not telling me he was trans until after we were already in a pretty committed relationship? So my boyfriend, Mario, fake name, and I, both 20 years old, we have been together for just about 6 months already. We met in junior year high school and connected after we graduated and finally got together after years of being friends. At the beginning of the relationship, we both agreed about not having SX for a long while. It was both of our decision until we got more and more hot for one another over the weeks. We even bought condoms just before having sex. He then messages me and tells me he has something important to tell me. He then began saying how much he loved me and didn't want this to put a strain on our relationship by telling me this. He finally spat it out that he was trans, and I genuinely could not believe it. I cried. I was so upset, not because I care about him not having male genitalia, but because he kept it from me and kept leading me on about having a male part. We have phone sex and make up fake scenarios involving his male parts, which is non-existent. I told him he should have said something about it before we got into a relationship. What if I wasn't comfortable with that? He asked why and that he doesn't owe me as his friend an explanation or even mention him being trans. I'm not upset about it, but the whole thing didn't sit right with me. And the fact his parents and siblings knew the entire time as well, they sat across from me and ate meals knowing I didn't know that detail and hiding it from me. Am I the jerk for getting upset at him? Girl, no, I don't think you're the jerk at all. The reason why I say this is because I know there's a lot of people who feel like they don't have to, they don't owe anybody an explanation or anything. But, I mean, let's just be for real. You knew this girl liked you. That's one. The moment things started getting serious and y'all started having phone sex and y'all started talking about having sex, like y'all was talking about getting serious, that's something that needed to be mentioned like long before you decided to start doing those things with this young lady. I feel like you were scared. Not the girl, I'm sorry. I feel like the guy was scared. He was scared to let you know he was trans, so he decided to wait until the very last moment. And all he had to do was be upfront and honest about that. He just didn't want to say anything until the last moment where you was put in a corner and didn't know how to change your mind. That's what that's given to me. But that's just my opinion. Comment down below if you feel differently or you feel otherwise. Next case. Am I the jerk for not wanting my family at my wedding? So I, 21 female, and my partner, 44 female, have been together for the last 4 years. When we first got together, I was pretty much a bum, getting wasted off and alcohol every day. And to this day, I'm very grateful for her. And if it weren't for her, I'd probably be in some gutter. These are the things. Oh, girl, I gotta start reading these first. These are the things that none of my family know but me. Anyways, my family are nothing but dramatic narcissists and can easily manipulate anyone against you, but can deny it when being confronted. I have 2 older annoying sisters that like to lie and always wanting something whenever they get themselves into trouble, especially misbehaving like a child if they don't get their way. I always try to reconnect and at least try to spend some time with them. But they're always starting fights. I think I just cut them off. I want to get married to my partner, but I don't think I should invite my family as they are known to act rude when they are in public, and I don't want to embarrass her or her son in front of their family. Am I the jerk? Well, girl, you know your family. That's all I got to say. That was pretty hard to read, y'all. I had to try to improvise, but I don't think you're wrong for that. I mean, it's your wedding. It's both of you guys' wedding. If you both came to a mutual agreement that your family don't know how to act, or you feel like your family don't know how to act, then maybe you shouldn't invite them. The only reason I say this is because, yes, of course you're going to feel upset or a little bit hurt that your family can't attend such a important ceremony, but if you know that they may end up causing you guys' day to be ruined, then what's the point? So, no, I don't think you're wrong for that. Right now, I'm doing these eyeballs. As you can see, I have already, basically, I'm just drawing, like I drew my outline, just some almond shapes for both eyes. I also measured the distance. One thing I learned in art class is that eyes, in order to get them pretty symmetrical, you basically have to measure the space in between the eyes to make sure that they are the same length. Like it's kind of the same length as one of the eyes, and that will give you a symmetrical look. I don't know, to each his own, but it seems to work pretty well for me. So I drew the outline, I filled it in with white. I could have filled it in twice, but I forgot. I forgot to fill it in twice. So I did go back in and make this a little bit whiter after I drew my eyeballs in. So I also did the outline in blue for the eyes, and I filled that in as well. Just in case I happen to get out of frame a little bit, I think I did a pretty cool job of trying to stay in frame, but just in case I get out of frame, everything that I'm doing to one eye, I'm also doing to the other eye, and I'm also curing in between. So after each step, I'm curing in between it. I also went in and I filled my Frenches. I don't know why, I just like doing the Frenches backwards sometimes, especially when I'm doing like the glitter ones. It just seems to be a lot easier for me to draw out my French first and then go ahead and fill in with my clear coat or my matte top coat when I'm finished adding my glitter. I only showed the process for doing one French nail, so my ring finger and my index finger are going to be exactly the same, so you will get to see me do the French. Right now, I'm just adding some shading into this eyeball. So I took a different shade of blue, a darker blue, to kind of shade in towards where the iris is going to be. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the iris. I'm going to shade in to where the pupil is going to be. So I'm putting a little dot for the pupils. I'm just using the end of one of my rounder brushes. And then I went in with a smaller brush, that like a dotting tool, and I added some highlights on the pupil area just to give it that shining, more realistic eye effect. So basically, once your eyes are finished, you're just gonna go in and add as many details as possible, and that's just gonna give the illusion of a more realistic eye. Just make it pop a little bit more. Same way they do with like cartoons. So if it helps, you could always go on the internet and go ahead and look up some photos of eyes or something like that, because that will help you. It'll give you like a reference as to pretty much what I'm doing. But I pretty much remembered all the steps. So I'm just going in right now and adding, basically I'm just taking a little liner brush with some black gel polish. Everything that I'm using right now is gel polish, by the way. So I'm just outlining the iris, and I'm going to take my liner brush and draw little tick marks. So basically, as if you was drawing eyebrows or eyelashes, I'm just taking that brush and going all the way around the eye to make it look more real. It might help for you to be able to see what I'm doing to turn your screen so that you can watch it on full screen, and then make sure you're hitting that pretty much in all my videos, because I'm not sure how the quality is going to come up on you guys' end, but I noticed that when I hit, there's like a little gear button in the top right hand corner of the screen, and that's gonna give you some options and what quality you want to watch this video in. So I always suggest that you watch my videos in HD, just in case the photo is coming up, the video is coming up a bit fuzzy or blurry. So that should fix that problem. But I want you guys to just enjoy this video. Just go ahead and follow along if you can. Yeah, pretty much everything from here on out is just going to be me adding small details to make the eyes look better. But we're going to get back into the stories in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. This story is rather short. It's short and to the point. Am I the jerk? My father is dying. He has been here for 3 weeks. I just want him to go. I love him, but his willpower won't give up. I'm tired. He's suffering. Am I the jerk? First of all, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry that you're having to go through this. I'm sorry that your father is passing. I'm just sorry. Like, I pray for you. Like, God bless you. God bless you for helping your father in this difficult time. Like, I don't feel like you're a jerk. I feel like this is probably the natural human response to watching someone you care about, you love, pass on. It's probably mentally, emotionally, and physically draining. Like, you have to take care of him. I'm sure there's a lot you have to do for him on a daily basis. But then also, you probably just, like, if it was me, I wouldn't want my significant other or my family member with me while they're passing. Me knowing what they're going through and me knowing that there's going to be a time where I'm not going to be able to see them again. I wouldn't want them to pass on around me either. Like, I feel like that's just normal. I don't feel like you're being a jerk. I feel like you're hurting too. You're going through something as well. I don't really know what to do about that situation though. Like, if there's no one else that may be a little bit more mentally strong to take care of him, or is there any way that you could go find someone who can? I feel like that's probably the best option at this point. I really hope everything goes well for you. Again, I give you my blessings. Like, I don't really know, but I can definitely see how this could be tough. So definitely I'm praying for you, and I really hope everything works itself out. This video is just about over, so here's another short one, and then I'm gonna show you guys some pictures, photos of how these nails came out. Am I the jerk for getting angry and blocking my girlfriend after she blocked me for no reason? Ignore my grammar mistakes. English isn't my first language. Me, 14 male, and my girlfriend, 15 female. Oh, they're young. We were hanging out recently. Skip ahead a couple of hours and I go home. I tried to message her and it doesn't go through, so I reset my internet and it still doesn't work. And then I realized she blocked me. So I messaged her on Instagram and I basically just say, I'm not going to message you anymore. And then I block her. Later I tell my friends this and they say I should have handled it better. I don't think I'm the jerk, but I think I need to get someone else's opinion. Honestly, I think y'all just young. This is just that new stuff, that new love, new lovey-dovey. I'm just playing, but y'all probably gonna be back talking next week. And if not, it's okay because you're 14. The only thing I could suggest is that you just, unblock her and see if she unblocks you too. The only thing you can do is wait to see if she unblocks you. But if not, there's really nothing you can do about it. I'm sure she has her reasons. It was definitely a little petty that she just blocked you like that, but I say just wait and see if she messages you again. And if she does, you can just politely ask her why she blocked you in the first place. But if you also keep her blocked, you'll never know. You'll never know the answer to your questions. So I suggest you go ahead and unblock her and just wait. And then you can ask her later. Yeah, but I'm sorry that happened to you. But it's gonna be okay, friend.
Kept the gallery open till 10 for you and your friends. You know how I spend in HOUSTON. I get too crazy, had a little bad enough. We stay good friends, we get too wavy. All I know is that when this cup ends, the next one begins. My babe, you know me. And you knew me back then, and you know how it goes when I see you again. You know I'm making
I just want to thank you all for watching this video. I want to thank you for viewing my content and for just tuning in with me. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be alerted every time I post new videos. I'm going to show you guys some pictures and a little video of how these nails look. And I want you to stay tuned for the next upload. See y'all.
And we got adopted by some fit for strangers. You know what it means when I twist these fingers. Me and you being on a first name basis. Why you think I hate it when you talk that Drake shit? Same reason that you never left me hanging. Same reason that I tried to make you famous. Same reason that I tried to show you just who I was.